Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing so well. It has been a red hot minute. 6 years to be exact. The last time I posted was postpartum with my daughter Madeline. So there is so much to catch up on. I thought that for my first video back, we would just do a little catch up, get ready with me. I've just done my everyday 5-minute makeup look. So perfect for any mum on the go. But yes, there is a lot of catching up to do. Let's get straight into it. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not even gonna lie, it feels so weird to be sitting here filming for YouTube again. I've been wanting to do this for so long, but between everything, I've just not had time. There's just so much. Let me just start getting into my makeup and we'll talk. Like this is what I keep upstairs. This is what I generally use to do my makeup every single day. So I have not posted on YouTube in like 7 years. I went back and had a look, and it was literally after I had my daughter Madeline and I did my whole keto transformation. That was the last thing I posted about. Since then, I've now got 2 more children, 2 little boys. Louis, my first son, is 4, and my youngest son Gabriel is 2. So there's been a lot happening over here. I never really intended to take a break off of YouTube. My plan was to always be, the mum that was, hardcore business, but also a present mom and balancing everything amazingly. And honestly, guys, I dropped the ball. It is so hard, so incredibly hard to balance everything. I never really disappeared off of social media. I've still been very active on Instagram, a little bit on TikTok, but primarily Instagram. I find it so hard to create content the same way that I used to, because I don't feel like I'm the same person. Not that I am the same person. I think when you have children and, do life, you do obviously naturally change. I, over the years, am someone who has really struggled with the change. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna touch on postpartum too much because I will cry my eyes out. It is something that is still very raw for me. Even though my youngest is 2, I feel like there is so much that I struggle with, and my biggest one at the moment is imposter syndrome. I just don't feel like I'm good at anything, but I have lost myself completely, and I, for the longest time, I feel have been on the longest journey to finding myself again and finding who I am and who I want to be. I can't say that I'm the kindest person to myself, and I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but I feel like I talk down on myself a lot. I'd say it's definitely one of the reasons why I've not shown my face on here for the longest time. I've really struggled a lot, and I'm still struggling with a lot of self-worth issues. I don't think I'm worthy of a lot of things. I don't feel like I'm good enough at anything anymore. I'm really trying hard to overcome that. Anyway, what have I been doing for the last 6 years? I have been honestly just focusing on raising my 3 beautiful babies. Louis will start school next year. Madeline is 7, guys. She's 7. When I introduced her to you guys, she was just a little baby. She's now 7 in grade 2. And she is my little firecracker. She is the strongest, most confident, brightest, smartest little girl I've ever met in my life. And I'm not just saying that because she's my baby, but I honestly am so inspired by her. She is just the most beautiful ball of confidence. Sweet Louis starts school next year. He'll be in grade prep. And he's my beautiful, loving, sweet, sensitive soul. He is my wild child at the moment, but he is just, I always call him, he's a little boy that healed my heart. He is just the most loving, sweetest little boy in the world. And my sweet Gabriel, he's 2, and his little personality is just starting to come out. And he's just so adorable. And he's just, honestly, the light of our family at the moment. He just lights up every room. And yeah, his little personality is starting to come out. And he's just a mix of his brother and sister. He is just a delight. So over the last few years, I've just been focusing on raising my babies being there for them, being the best mum I can possibly be whilst surviving motherhood. Just been doing my thing, posting on Instagram. I've come back to makeup artistry. In between my kids, I've taken breaks with makeup artistry, gone on mat leave, stopped for a little bit while focusing on the newborn phase. I came back to it a year ago. I rent a beautiful room in a studio in Ivanhoe, Melbourne, and it is honestly just the best thing that I've done for myself. It's my little getaway, my time to myself. I love, love, love my clients so much. So it's been really nice finding that piece of myself again. I've been doing a lot of inner work, and I've really been focusing on my health and well-being. And that has been priority to me over the last few years, because obviously when you have children, body changes, and that is something that I really struggle to come to terms with, especially after I had my daughter. I have never really had skin issues in my life, but with Maddie, I broke out in cystic acne all over my face and body. I am not sure if I ever shared that journey here on YouTube, but it was definitely a thing on Instagram. The crazy weight gain, I've gained like 30 kilos minimum with each one of my pregnancies. And I am so proud to say that I've come back from each one of them. I never went keto again. It was definitely not something that was sustainable. After I jumped off of keto, I gained 8 kilos back within the first month of being off it. And after Louis, I was introduced to a program by one of my girlfriends. It's called Evidence-Based Training. And I never looked back. They really taught me that I could really eat all the foods that I wanted in moderation. I learned all about macros, calorie deficits, and I lost all of my baby weight the right way. I've done a lot of work with them over the last few years, and about 2 months ago, we actually came out with an ebook together, which is full of recipes that take a maximum of 10 minutes to prep. So the goal was to have a no excuses cookbook for anybody who is time for, especially us mums. We don't have much time to put into ourselves, especially when it comes to food. And that was a recurring conversation that I really noticed amongst my community. We came out with an ebook, and it has done so well. It is such a proud achievement. And I have been a client of theirs since 2022. I've done 2 weight loss challenges, and yeah, my results were insane. You can jump onto their Instagram and check out my results if you want to. It was just, yeah, it's something that I'm very proud of. And I feel like that's really all I've been up to. I just feel like I've been really focusing on my health. I've been really trying to balance life. My goal in my life has always been to find balance in my life between being a mum, being a wife, being a makeup artist, and just having something for myself. I think is so important. It is so important to me to show my daughter. I say my daughter because I do feel like we are living in a world that is built for men to succeed. So it is a lot harder for us women. So it's so important for me to show her that even if you stop doing something that you love for a little while, you can come back to it and come back even better. And I need to show her that anything and I've always said this, anything you put your mind to, you can do. I will never let anyone tell her anything different. And I had a really emotional moment the other day, because my kids are now at ages where they're very aware of what YouTube is and what, not so much Instagram and stuff, but my kids know what YouTube is. I don't really allow them to watch YouTube at all. We went through a phase where it just made them a little bit kooky. So it's banned. But I was putting some things on these shelves behind me, and I found my 100,000 subscriber YouTube plaque. And so I showed my kids, and I was like, do you guys know what this is? They're like, oh, it's YouTube. And so I explained to them what the YouTube plaque is, and guys, like, the look on their faces, they were like, I actually turned around and I just cried my eyes out, because I was like, oh, I'm somebody who cares a lot about what my kids think of me. I want them to know that I'm a good person. I want them to know how hard their dad and I work to provide the life that we have. And honestly, guys, my life goal is to just have my kids be proud of me. I know that sounds so silly, but they are literally my world. For them to see something that I've done and be like, Mum, that is so cool. I actually felt cool. There is no bigger compliment than your kids thinking that you're cool. I I don't care what anyone says. Like, I don't care about anyone else's opinions except for my kids. And I feel like this whole conversation I've been like, my kids, my kids, my kids, but my kids are my fucking world. My kids are my pride and joy. My kids are the birthday candles that I blew out every year. They are my dream come true, and everything I do is for them. If there's anything you need to know about this version of Heidi, it's that my kids are my number one. My lashes are not looking too crush hot. I usually have a lash lift and it's dropped a lot. And I think I'm about to hit my Botox era, because what is that? But before I sat down to film, I was just having a little giggle to myself, because man, how much has the makeup landscape changed over the last 10 years? Like, I would never, ever go out in a 2016 Beats ever again. Like, I would love to do one again, because I don't think I've beat my face like that in a very long time. And I think it would just be fun to see my 32-year-old take on it. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought, and that happens a lot now. Because, baby brain, in case no one told you, once you get baby brain, it never goes away. If anything, it gets worse with each consecutive child that you have. So, I love that. This lip is looking a little bit dramatic for every day, but I don't, fill my entire lip. I just, smudge it out. My favorite is the Dior Lip Glow, but I've run out of that. I found a very similar one in my makeup collection. This is the Givenchy Rouge Perfecto in 01 Perfect Pink, and it's pretty much the same thing. Same effect. It's like a gloss, but then it goes a little bit more pink later on. But I also use this to blend out the edges. I think that is it. Anyway, a big thing for me with everyday makeup is it needs to take 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all I've got before someone's running into the bathroom. You know what? That's a lie. That's a lie, because I've got children running in and out of the bathroom the entire time I'm getting ready, unless I'm getting ready at 6 in the morning. I am so excited to be back. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions for me, if there is anything about the last 6 years that you would like to know, drop it in the comments. Ask away, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon.